All right, the next guy I want to talk about is wide receiver Dazz Newsome from North Carolina. And you start out watching North Carolina, watching their running backs. They got two running backs that are going to go on day two, and then they got a receiver, they've got a linebacker. There's just a lot of talent out of North Carolina in this draft. But Newsome, he is good at what he does, and what he does is going to be limited to being a slot receiver. I don't think you can really project him to ever go outside in the NFL, but again, he's got a limited route tree, but he's good at what he does: out, whips, slants, fly routes, things like that. He's got really good hands. He doesn't have a high drop rate at all. He's not going to be your contested catch guy, but he's not going to drop passes. He gets great separation out of his routes, which he sets up with sharp breaks and really quickness, quick acceleration out of those breaks. Really good rack ability. He's the type of guy that you want to manufacture touches for. You want to get him the ball in space, which I don't know if you've heard, but that's what they say Nick Sirianni's offense is going to do. And so you've got Jalen Reagor you can do that with. Maybe you throw in this guy too. He's a really good blocker. For his size, obviously he's smaller, but he's a good blocker for his size. But like I said, you're going to have to keep him in the slot. You're going to have to keep him off the line, keep him in some condensed splits, because he really struggles against press. He does not get off of press coverage very well. And he also struggles to get off of contact at the top of his route stem. So that's something that he's going to have to grow in, but I think he could plug in and play. He'd be an upgrade on your man, Greg Ward, he's the reliable guy, but he does not offer anything after the catch. So he'd be a good slot receiver, and he'd be a good punt returner. He fielded 104 punts in college. 54 of those were fair catches, and then he had 50 of them that he averaged 10.7 yards per return on. So that's good return numbers over a pretty big sample size. And out of those 104 punts, he only muffed one. So even if all he did was be a punt returner, which I think he'd be more than that day one, but even if that's all he did, it'd be worth a day three pick, because our special teams were abysmal last year. And there were so many times that we started, with the ball inside the 5 because we let punts drop and just wasn't good. And so I think he offers you an upgrade in 2 places, and I think he'd be a great day 3 pick.